Hi, I'm Laura Gerson, and this is Mom Fair. And today I'm with my friend Courtney Mizel, and we are hanging out at the Shore Hotel in Santa Monica with the lovely backdrop behind us. You can maybe see the ocean. Courtney has a very interesting background. She was in marketing and, a long list of skills and things that she has done in her life that I can't even go through in this interview. But what I wanted to talk to Courtney about today as this dual role she has as both what is your title at the cell again?
I'm the founding director.
Okay. Of the only counterterrorism museum in the country. It's in Denver, Colorado.
It's in Denver,
right?
correct.
And she also, this past year, was producing a really well-loved and well-visited, well-attended, I guess you would say, play called Jewtopia that they turned into a movie, and it's kind of taking the country by storm. It's hilarious. What an all-star cast, too, by the way. So I just find it fascinating that here you've had this really diverse background, and then you've leapt into these two new roles that you're doing. I mean, how are you managing all of this? And what is it, fearlessness that's taking you into this? I mean, it's just fascinating to me.
I don't know if it's fearlessness or ADD. I joke with people that I change careers every 3 years, and it kind of has been a self-fulfilling prophecy. I found that there are certain things that I've done to fulfill certain needs and certain things that excite me. And when I'm in the middle of those, I all of a sudden see something else and I'm like, wait, I want to do that too. So I've kind of followed my heart and done a lot of different things. And just trying to find the balance and being really scheduled down to sometimes the minute and back to back to back, and being flexible and also really being a little bit anal in managing my time.
So I would imagine you have to be good at managing your time and a good multitasker, but I'm assuming that comes from another skill set, your other full-time job.
Being a mom.
Right. And not only that, you're being a single mom.
Right.
So you just have a lot going on in your life and trying to manage it. Now, how are you managing all of it?
Like I said, we have a schedule. My kids are very close in age, so it's been a challenge from the beginning to multitask, but I've been really fortunate to find really good help and people who can get me through the day.
That's it, right?
Yeah, it's really the only way, because without the people who support me and help support the kids and help keep us all on track, I couldn't do it.
Right. No, but I know that you've been through this process several times where you've
Yes, unfortunately.
brought in help and then, have had to make changes, and I'm sure that has been trying. But, you said something to me interesting, that the nanny situation or the babysitter situation where someone could be full-time or part-time has a different effect on their role with the children. Can you talk a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing that a person has to do when you're hiring help is really look at what a role you expect them to play.
Right.
So, some people come into your home and they drive the kids to school and drive them home and maybe clean your home. Some people do a little bit more with after school till you get home from work. And some people really fulfill the role of another parent, at least in terms of the tasks that they're entrusted with. And for me, because I do travel and I have a very varied schedule. I have to have someone who is really there, who I can trust is going to have good judgment if I'm not reachable for some reason, and who my kids can trust and who I know understands my values and the decisions I would make and is able to make them along the same lines. And the key that I've learned in finding someone like this is being really, really honest with yourself and with the person.
Oh, that's good advice.
I think sometimes when we're hiring someone, I don't know if it's the working mom guilt and things like that. At least in my experience, I was very adamant, like, well, I don't want someone else to take over as the mother. I'm their mother and all this stuff. And I would try to bring down the amount of responsibility that was on them. But then they would come in and be a little bit overwhelmed. So this last time I was really honest about what I wanted and needed and expected, and it's been a totally different experience and a huge relief.
That is really good advice. Well, and I know that you said sometimes that your help is helping them with homework when you're working late or there are days where you're traveling. And I know you're doing this because last year you were producing a movie, which I can imagine was so much time on your plate. And what did the girls say to you? They said,
Well, they loved it when I was doing
Right.
it. They were so proud of me, and they actually came to the set a few times because it was the only way I would see them. I was working 5 and 6 day weeks from like 4:30 in the morning till midnight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really hard, and it was
That's a
during the
long,
summer, so they were
long
in
hour.
camp, but they were home. And they were really excited, and I actually had a day and I put them in the movie. But afterwards, when I've been looking at kind of what my next move is, they're like, Mommy, whatever you do, please don't do another movie.
Well,
Yeah.
I can imagine because it's just, it's hard on the kids. But I know a lot of working moms, that's what we're trying to figure out is that balance and how many hours you're going to commit to the day, to the workplace, and how you're going to manage that with the kids and interacting with the kids. So I know it's something we all have to take into consideration. It's just interesting to hear how you've managed it in your life and how it works for you and your family. So I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Thank you.
That's really good. And I look forward to seeing what you're up to next because, on her list of many things that she does, she's also a certified lactation education educator.
Educator. Yes.
I mean, Courtney, seriously, how many certifications have you got? I love it.
I'm collecting them.
I think it's great. Well, we hope you all go out and see Jewtopia. And if you're
Definitely.
ever in Denver, you should stop by the cell and check out the museum.
Definitely.
Thanks so much, Courtney.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.